Good morning. February 7th. So, I was taking a shower, and I was kind of dancing a little bit. I was listening to music. I do the old phone inside the sink volume, trick. Works decent. So I was dancing in the shower a little bit, and doing my thing, and I was kind of, I was being silly, I guess, I was being silly towards myself. I was kind of like being dumb, just, fun, dumb, whatever, kid, If someone was dancing kind of like silly like I was like that, in general, some people might think it's funny, but it's not an actual groove. It's not an actual natural place that I go to where I can get into a flow and start to actually be able to express myself naturally the way that I truly am. So like when someone's fucking around, messing around or like doing silly things, that might be who they naturally are. To mess around and to be fun and to be funny, that could be them, and that's alright. But when that's only what something is, it lacks depth, because it only wants to get a quick laugh. This is specific, but talking about dancing. So ready? So I'm dancing, and I'm like wasting time a little. And then I said to myself, you know what? I caught myself and I was like, I'm going to really get into this song. I said, fuck that. I said, I like this. I want to dance. I want to get into it. I want to have fun, but I want to dance my dance. So I went from screwing around to actually kind of getting into a rhythm dancing. And it felt amazing. It was very, very good. So the point that I'm trying to make is that when you're screwing around, kind of having fun, but maybe not in the most deeply intentional or progressive ways, nothing amazing probably, in general would manifest, You're not going to meet a resource. You know what I'm saying. Not much is going to come from it, dude. You're just fucking off. Alright? All these words, man. Just cut it. When you're wasting time, you're wasting time. Now, you could be doing something with half your heart. Say you're somewhere and you're thinking about something else, right? Or half your mind. That's another thing, too. Depth. Intent. Being present. Being aware, being in it, knowing that you are there, but you don't have to overthink or overanalyze it. You're just doing it. You're just there. You're present, and you're whole. You feel complete, confident within yourself. If a situation comes to you, and it's something that could throw people off, or maybe something generally unexpected without getting into extreme examples, generally unexpected news, or something that could throw you off, you want to be good, man. You want to be strong. Like, if someone yells, fuck you, when they're driving right to you, fuck you, loser, or something, What if in 8th grade you were called a loser by someone you looked up to, who knows, for 5 years, and they were just like, you're a fucking loser. Man, and that hurt you for 3 years. I don't know, dude. You overate. You did something. All these situations happen to us. We're unaware. We get affected. We don't know how to observe what's going on and what happened. We don't know how to heal it. We don't know how to express it. The world's doing all this shit we have to catch up to. We're scrolling. Where the fuck is the time for us? Nowhere. That's where. Anyway. I'm a little rambunctious today. That's alright. So, when we're in a good flow, it's almost like nothing can touch us. And it's not like a, I don't give a fuck, or you can't do shit, bitch. You know, I'm being very vulgar because, well, it's just how I am at the moment, but it's a better way to describe it. It's really hard to get really specific and precise with all these words and loop sentences together. This is raw shit, man. This is raw shit, you know? We're wasting time. So anyway, I was dancing, kind of wasting time being silly. You know, maybe being like, oh, this person or that person might think that was funny, or, you know, think of a certain situation to where you could, you know, use that funniness, you know, apply the concept to a situation or circumstance. And then I got into a groove, and it felt amazing. I was myself, felt confident. I really felt good. You can just feel it. Even if you don't smile, you can just tell that any type of sadness, lowness, lostness, anything, wasting time, just random flailing, being flaky, going towards subject to subject, or not giving it enough depth. When you have depth within yourself, and you know it, and you understand it, and it works for itself. You understand your mind. You understand the darker parts of what goes on in your life and in your mind. You're aware and trying to realize these cycles and patterns that continue. This is very, very important. Without depth of awareness, you will be taken over by something else. It's not an if, it's a when. That's it. You're flipping a coin every time, every day that goes by that we aren't self-sufficient in general with our emotions, in our minds, what we're doing, staying progressive, being on task, trying to, you know, upholding the routine and stuff like that, maybe twisting the routine up, maybe it's very dull and it's bringing you down, I don't know. All these things are very, very, very important for the self. For the self. You may have a family, just in general, you know, a wife or a husband, kids, you know, your aunts and uncles around a lot, cousins, best friends, kids, whatever, man. All the things, all the beautiful things going on, right? What happens when you're not okay? What happens when you're not okay and you're the glue that's holding some of those things together? You know, maybe you babysit 3 times a week, and, you know, it might be a little hard sometimes, but then you get all this other stuff going on, and your boss, and your work, and you're not, you know, maybe you're not cooking at home enough, you're spending more money ordering out, or, you know, you're not stretching or doing yoga in the morning. Me. Stuff like that, right? You have all those things going on. You know, cars, money, phone, this and that, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know, all this. This world's crazy. I love it, but damn, this shit is wild. How the hell are you supposed to be sufficient within yourself with all that other stuff going on, and then other people are relying on you too? What's going to happen? You're going to develop bad habits. And it doesn't mean that it's a habit that people can see. Oh, you're overeating, or you're angry, or you're overly sad, or something like that. See, a lot of people, especially now, after the 50s and 60s, to where everyone was coming out of being the same,